and Merry Christmas 2012 to everyone. It's been a while since I've done one of these on the table videos. I kind of been slacking lately due to all the tragic events happening, but we're doing one in today because it's Christmas time again, and I have to do my gift overview. Now, again, this isn't a, oh man, look at all the gifts I got, you didn't know thing. Most of all, it's just kind of a log for me, but then again, I want to share it with my friends because it's a lot of stuff that we all enjoy. Some of it we won't enjoy, some of it's very boring. In fact, I left all the clothes out, and I did get some very nice clothes. I got a nice bathrobe, and I got a nice pajama set, but I'm going to leave those out because those aren't particularly interesting. Not that I don't appreciate it, I just don't think the YouTube audience would appreciate them. I've got a couple things that I'm going to show you that are boring, but hey, they're items that aren't clothes, so they're going in the video, so I don't forget what I got last year in case I'm going back through to remember for gift ideas for other people. So, I'm going to show you it in no particular order. I'm going to show you some what I think you may consider boring things, some interesting things, and we'll go from there. But I'll tell you right now, unfortunately, no rifles this year, so everybody hear the big, oh, no rifles this year. And that actually is not very good if you consider the current climate, because let me tell you folks, they're a-going fast. Not looking particularly good. Yeah, we'll talk more about the whole events recently, but I've been kind of letting it go because of the holidays. But oh, we're not done yet. I've had so many interesting experiences, to put it lightly, over the past few weeks that I actually believe the world did end on the 21st. But let's go ahead and start this rundown here with the most interesting item. Not really, but a nice, and this is the same ones from last year. I always get these every year because I am a Zippo fan. Zippo fans like stuff that you can light up, so the manliest item you can get is, of course, a nice Yankee candle. Now, like I said, some people are like, oh man, that's all girly stuff. I don't think so. I think that's actually a very nice thing, especially for people that are into fire, and I really enjoy the smell of them, and it's a nice American-made product. Their factory is very much like the Zippo factory. It's very nice to check out, so if you can get over the second grade level of that's gay, then you should really enjoy these. These are very nice made candles, and I always prefer the tumblers because they have 2 wicks and they actually burn evenly without creating a tunnel to oblivion through them. And that's one. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way real quick. That's the first item. The second item up for bids is another one, and this really intrigued me because this, where I think candle collecting gets a little ridiculous. I don't collect candles, I just burn them and use them for fun and stuff like that, you know, and they smell good. This is where things get a little ridiculous because this right here is a 2012 collector's edition. Now, collecting candles, that's a bit strange, but hey, if you do it, whatever floats your boat. And lastly, on the candle end of things, yes, I ended up with 3 of them. This one right here, which is jump cut right there. I ran out of room on the camera. I forgot that I had a lot of videos on here. Anyway, so I think we've had enough of the Yankee candles on here. So again, those are always nice. I don't really care what anybody say about them, honestly. So let's move on to slightly more interesting things with adult beverages. In fact, here's one. This was a birthday and a Christmas present combined. It was another jar, a huge jar this time, of homemade Kahlua. And let me tell you, this stuff is made with Everclear. In other words, in layman's terms, it will knock a buzzard off a shit wagon. Yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. So, homemade Kahlua. Anybody watch Moonshiners on Discovery Channel? Moving on now. Moving on. And of course, if you're going to drink anything, you need something to put it in. And I actually got 2 nice cups this year. This is one of them, but it's kind of ruined by one thing. This is one of them, nice cup here for drinking various beverages. But it's ruined by one thing. New York. Do I honestly ever want to be reminded that I am in New York? There's one saving grace with that, though. I was thinking I could put some sort of cyanide poison in it and drink it and actually have New York kill me, as opposed to figuratively like it's currently doing. See, there's always a saving grace, but we always got to look at the bright side of things. And as I mentioned, I got 2 cups. The other one, also shoving New York down everybody's throat. Nice stainless steel mug here, New York Lottery. So there we go, nice travel mugs there. Moving on here, I have stuff scattered all over, so this is going to be a bit of an all over the place video. You'll have to excuse me. Over here is a nice precision screwdriver set. Now, these are actually very nice for anybody that deals with firearms or especially knives. There is often a great deal of use for these precision sets, especially the Torx bits, which this has the full gambit of T4, T5, 6, 7, H9, 10, and 15. Those smaller T sets, when you get below about 8, can sometimes be pretty hard to find. I already have one of these precision sets, but sometimes some of the pieces get lost. I can't remember if there's any pieces lost in that set, but it's never a bad idea to have a backup. And knowing the way this state is running everything, including, Andrew, can I save you from stabbing yourself in the eye with a pencil? Cuomo is running things. Who knows what's going to be illegal? That certainly looks like a stabbing implement. We can't have that. Moving on next. Next is another yearly gift. This one is of no surprise to me, but I had this on my last year's video, and it's a fantastic gift. AAA yearly subscription, the gold package. So you can't beat that. You go open in there, there's the membership card and stuff like that, which I'm not going to show you because it has membership card information on it. But yes, every year we get the gold package of the AAA, and it comes in this nice silver gift box here. And without fail every year, and it's a great gift. I don't think I ever had to use it this last year, but there are years where I've had to use it, and it has come in very handy because those tow truck fees, or just being stranded out there in the middle of nowhere waiting to get splattered by a careening vehicle, are sometimes not fun. So AAA, always a great gift. Now, moving on. I'm sure I'm not going to get any hate for this. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, before everybody jumps and says, hey, mate, you gotta play Battlefield 3, mate. You gotta play Battlefield 3. Yeah, I've been a Call of Duty fan for a long time. I have never had a problem with it. Call of Duty to me always seems like the game that it's cool to hate, just like it's cool to hate a lot of things, and you're Mr. Cool. Like if you hate Apple products and you hate the Call of Duty series, then you're just cool in everybody's book. I don't particularly buy into that. If you hate the high points, doesn't matter how great guns they are, it's just you're cool because you're an internet commando. I've always enjoyed the Call of Duty series, and I have 2, 3 Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2. Not particularly excited about this game. I did mention that I wanted it for Christmas, but I am not particularly excited about it, just based on the track record, because for me it goes Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. Well, you can kind of see the pattern there if you've ever passed first grade math. But we'll see. I'm not really thrilled that it's got a futuristic twist to it, but I have to play the story just to finish off the series. Though knowing the way that Activision and Treyarch have been pumping these things out in Infinity Ward, or is it Infantry Ward? I always get that confused. Infinity Ward, Infantry Ward. Knowing the way that they have been pumping these out, well, we're probably going to have about 6 trillion more, so I'm going to keep spending my money. Well, actually, I didn't spend my money at all. This was the big jolly fat man in the red suit that brought me this. Oh, by the way, while we're here, speaking of people buying me stuff, it's like, oh, what, does everybody just buy you stuff? Oh, don't think that I went through this Christmas without spending my own portion of money. I bought a lot of people very high-end liquor. I did. I actually went a little excessive this year on their gifts, so don't think I'm getting it out of it with a big freebie here. I mean, like, very expensive liquors. Speaking of bottles of liquor, that brings us to our next segment. Wasn't that a nice transition? Now, this is very interesting. A Jack Daniels gift set with a Jack Daniels Old Tennessee No. 7 and 2 Jack Daniels. I don't know if you can see with the glare. Drinking highball glasses. Very nice. I don't think I've ever actually had Black Label Jack Daniels. I've had Jack Daniels Honey, and I love it. I've had Jack Daniels Gentleman Jack, and it's very good. I've had Single Barrel, that was good. I've had Green Label, that was good. So this is actually going to be the first time I've ever had Black Label Jack Daniels. In return for this, I gave the person that I gave this to Gentleman Jack. It wasn't in a gift set, it was just Gentleman Jack. I knew that we were going to exchange some sort of liquor. I had no idea what he was going to get, or what I was going to get. He had no idea what he was going to get. We exchanged it, and we just happened to buy each other Jack Daniels. Different kinds, but hey, that adds to the variety, though. So that'll be nice, 7 little Jack Daniels. Always nice to have liquor. So that's the second amount of liquor that I've got. So I have a homemade Kahlua, and then, of course, this nice box set here. Moving on to the next item here. Now, you may think that you cannot possibly stick any more liquor in these Christmas presents, but no, you would be very wrong. Look at this. This is a glass skull. Can you see that? It is a glass skull. If I smashed on the ground, it would smash. But it's vodka, and if you can read this cap right up here, it says, I don't know if that'll focus because it's very tiny. Very tiny. I kind of sound like Bob Ross painting a painting for you. Very tiny. Let's get the happy little focus. Crystal Head vodka. I got this as a birthday present from my sister, but I haven't seen her since my birthday, so she gave it to me now. This ought to be fun. Definitely a cool bottle. I'll be keeping that. That won't be one of the liquor bottles that I shoot. I normally shoot my liquor bottles, but this will be one I go ahead and keep. In addition to that, I'm reaching in here. I got some scratchers. This was also with her birthday present. I got $5 of $1 scratchers. So hopefully I do win on those. Wish me luck on that. In addition, for Christmas, I'm not going to show you this because it has personal information on it. I got a range pass to my local range. That's always good. I mean, me being a gun guy, you can't really hurt giving me anything firearm related. Which, speaking of firearm related, man, I am doing these segues fantastically today. This, which again I won't show you because it has personal information on it, is a $25 gift card to my local gun store, which I will go ahead and put to great use. Another jump cut, I thought I saw a reindeer. I left off, I was talking about this $25 gift card here for my local gun shop, which I will be using, and you should see why in a few moments. Move this off, gotta move on next here now. What are we going to move on to? No, we'll save that for 1 second. Okay, alright, let's see, I'll pick these up really quick. Right quick, I love that phrase because it makes me sound like I'm retarded. So, here we are. 22 mini mag ammo, which, with the way ammo is going, I can't complain when I ever get any. A little strange, though, because this is normally not the brand that I buy. This is a bit more of a premium brand. I don't normally buy these CCIs unless I am in a gun that's being fiddly with it, like a semi-auto that's very fiddly about ammo. P22, but I don't have P22, I have SR22, which is very good about ammo. But, you know, I can't complain about that. And I ended up with 200 rounds of the stuff, which, knowing the way that these gun laws are going because of everything happening, this is probably a massive stockpile. But what did confuse me, though, is those are the CCI mini mags, and these are the CCI maxi mags. I don't own a firearm in 22 Winchester Magnum rimfire, so while I appreciate the effort, it seems almost like a bit of a waste. But hey, you know, not everybody can be perfect, right? Well, even the jolly old elf himself messes up. But hey, I appreciate the effort. I'm sure I will put the 22 mini mags to good use. And considering you can out-return ammo, I'm sure I will have a nice picture frame made out of them or something. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and entice the Zippo fans. Aren't you lucky I've been talking about firearms this whole time? Because look at this Zippo box. No, look at the Zippo inside of it as well. Check this out. America, your right to keep and bear arms, which, according to intelligent people, is an inalienable right, and according to the left is a bad idea. So it depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. So, that is a very nice Zippo, though, on the high-polished chrome finish, of course. In fact, I haven't taken this out yet, so let's take a look at it. Yep, high-polished chrome, sad onion. He shouldn't be sad because it's Christmas. He should be a happy onion today, but he should be an in-focus onion. He should be a happy onion today, but he's, well, there. He is Tom Tucker's son from Family Guy. And there we are, F of 2012, so it was made very recently. And I love that because it has the Second Amendment on it, which is only going to be a memory soon enough. No, I'm sure it's going to be great. Anyway, moving on now, what else do we have to show? Let's go ahead and show this next. Get to the bottom of the pile here, folks. Oh, man, this thing weighs like 500 pounds. Oh. Can never be too safe, and I know it's not going to get in frame, but you're going to have to trust me that this is, in fact, a fire safe. It is a waterproof and fireproof fire safe. Now, some people make the stupidest statements about these safes when they say, oh, good, it's waterproof, so if I drop it in the ocean, you know, I'll be all set. Why would you ever need a waterproof safe? If you think about it for more than 2 seconds, you realize that the firefighters, when they put out the fire for the fireproof safe, what do they put it out with? Vodka? I don't think so. So yeah, it's also always a very Very good idea to have a waterproof safe if you buy the fireproof one. It's a concept often overlooked by people, but it's not going to matter if your documents survive the fire if they're just soggy tissue paper when you pull them out. But yes, I got this very nice safe to store my important documents in, and very nice. I have other safes, but you can never have too many because these things fill up fast. They're not very big. In fact, this is 0.19 cubic feet. So there we go. Nice first alert fire safe. Keep me nice and safe. Whoa. Okay. Speaking of places to store stuff, I got this nice little plastic toolbox here. Now, it doesn't have anything in it yet, but this was in a tie-in gift with something that's coming up immediately after this. This will be used to store parts from this next set. Alright. And here's the next set. Maybe you've seen one of these before. This is something very interesting. This is the Lee Anniversary Reloading Kit. 50th Anniversary Reloading Kit. In fact, yes, with the ridiculous way that this country is going with its laws, I have decided to start reloading. Yes, and this kit is very good to get you started. I have tons more stuff coming from Amazon that this kit doesn't include, but it includes a lot to get you started. In fact, it includes the press, safety prime, powder measure and stand, powder funnel, case trimmer, camphor tool, primer pocket cleaner, tube of case sizing lube, Lee safety powder scale, and breech lock quick change bushing, just the one that used to give you 3. And I wouldn't know what any of that meant until I decided to start reading up on reloading. I in fact have been reading up on reloading for a few months now, so now I understand what all those tools do. And I'm going to start with 308. I have 308 dies coming, a tumbler, I have a set of calipers up there on the shelf that you can't see right now. I have just pretty much all the stuff to get me started. I'm going to go to the gun store probably tomorrow to get the bullets and the powder and the primers. I already have the brass from shot 308 rounds. And I'm really excited about that because when we start talking about micro stamping and ammo limits and all this and stuff that I can't even wrap my head around any intelligence involved in that, this stuff is going to really help out. Not only because I don't want the government tracking my ammo, because when they start doing things like micro-stamping, the price is going to go absolutely bananas. So, yep, reloading. Not sure if I'm going to have any reloading videos on this channel, because I'm no expert on it. Maybe after I try it for a while, I can show you people that have no experience whatsoever in reloading, like me, how to at least get started, because I will tell you one thing that you will learn about people that try to get you into reloading. They tell you a lot of BS. They tell you a whole bunch of BS out there. They'll tell you you need this and you need that and you need a trickler and you need this and that. That's all if you want super duper 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 precision ammo. If you just want to have fun with it and reload some cheap ammo, you can't be buying all that stuff, or there goes the word cheap out the window. So, you know, maybe I'll have some basic videos down on the road, but I want to get this baby hooked up and start and then show you my reloading knowledge when I actually acquire some. And there we are. Move this off. And that was the big present this year. So that was the big present. And so that's almost it wrapped up. But if you'll notice, like, I think I did the same nonsense a couple years ago when I showed like stuff I didn't have before, like I showed targets and ammo for a gun I didn't have, just like this right here. I in fact did have that gun. Well, I think I may have done the same thing this year. In fact, I'm positive. I said I didn't get any rifles, but I didn't say anything about pistols. So yes, drum roll please. It's a bird! Now, what could be in there? Anybody that knows that name already probably already knows what it is, or I've mentioned it about 5,000 times on this channel, and if you've listened, you probably also know what it is, but if you don't, get ready, because it's a doozy. It's an elephant killer, all right. Open this up in this nice plastic Glock-looking box here, and open her up. Pop that tab, pop that tab, and are we ready? Now, it may scare some people just on the view. I warn you. In fact, I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1. Ah, it's a baby! There it is. The NAA North American Arms 22 mini revolver combo. This is the combo kit. It comes with the 22 Magnum, 22 WMR and the 22 long rifle cylinder. This little guy is something else. In fact, where did I put my wallet? I believe it was here. Oh, maybe somebody nabbed it. Well, I was going to get a dollar bill out of it and show you how small it is, but considering I don't have my wallet, let's be patriotic and take the Right to Bear Arms Zippo and give you a size comparison. Yeah, the Zippo is pretty much, well, it's definitely much bigger than the cylinder of the thing, and it's about half the size of the whole gun. It ain't very big. And I went out and shot him. Let's do a safety check first. You gotta pull this little pin here, and you pull the cylinder rod out, and then you roll the whole cylinder right out after you half cock it, and you can see that it's completely empty in there, and the other cylinder's empty. You can tell the difference between the let's see, the Magnum cylinder and the long rifle cylinder by this little L right there. The Magnum one doesn't have that little L, L standing, of course, for a long rifle. So I'll go ahead and put the Magnum cylinder in. Roll it back in real quick. Line it up with this little cylinder pin. Shake it around a bit to get her all lined up. Sometimes it takes a little finagling. Sometimes you gotta do that. I'm still new on this thing. It takes me a little while to get the pin lined up. Oh, I gotta do this behind the camera. There we are, and as soon as I bring it behind the camera, it goes in flawlessly. And there it is. Let's focus on it again. Decock it. And listen to that baby click. Let's focus. Are you feeling lucky, punk? This thing's cute as apple pie. Yeah. NAA mini revolver combo, 1 1/8" barrel. There is a 1 5/8" barrel. Didn't want that one. And I can tell you, I went out and I shot 5 shots of that WMR through it, and 5 shots of the 22 long rifle. Whoever said you can't hit the broadside of a barn is lying. I didn't do an accuracy test. All I know is that I could hit a liter vodka bottle from 5 yards, and a liter vodka bottle happens to be about the same size as center mass on a human. Hint, hint, hint. You know, I think you would be fine. I think people over-exaggerate the inaccuracy with this thing, and the main thing I wanted to tell you is that WMR kicks in this thing, as in, that can't be a 22 kicks. Man, it flies right back when you shoot that 22 Magnum out of this little baby. It's crazy. This thing is a blast. I've only shot 10 rounds through it so far, but I can see why people like revolvers. Maybe I should get a full-size revolver right now, but this thing is like the cutest and coolest thing I've ever seen. So there it is. Let's take a look at the info on the side, because I like showing this baby off. North American Arms, Provo, Utah, 22 Magnum, with the long rifle cylinder over here. And of course you get the little card here and the manuals under here, but you've seen them before, but the main part is that. So yes, no rifles this year, but I did get a little pistol. And if you think, well, yeah, they're not going to come after these little pistols, you didn't really buy anything in time. Don't be so sure about that, because remember, one of the import things, I know this is made in America, but if it was imported, one of the import things used to be, oh, your pistol can't be too small because otherwise it could be dangerous because you can conceal, blah, 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 nonsense like that. And if they want to stop these Saturday night specials from coming in, little guns like this are going to be going fast. So this cute little guy right here was actually the big present, but it's a tiny present. And I was very pleased with this. So that wraps her up for today. I will have I have another Zippo video coming up, but I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I don't know when I'll get the new Zippo video up. I'll try to get it in there ASAP, but who knows. And of course I have a lot of talking to do about this whole disaster that's going on with the gun rights in this country, because I have so much, I don't even know what to call it. I've dealt with so much just nonsense lately, it would make your head spin. I'm not even going to quote any of them because your head would just explode and I don't want to ruin your Christmas dinner. So thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas. I will probably see you before the New Year. If not, have a Happy New Year as well. I have to go have fun with this little elephant killer here. Take it easy and have a nice night.